This is a country that is sick in many ways. We need to focus on disease prevention rather than spending a huge amount of money on tertiary care. And I've enjoyed and appreciated some of the remarks you have made in the past. So let me just see if we're on the same page here. When I was sitting where Senator Cassidy is now, I fought hard to have much more substantive labeling on junk food. In fact, it's my view that we should not have food manufacturers selling junk TV ads. My understanding is you have come out against junk food ads on television. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you just take 30 seconds to elaborate that? Would you use your position to ban junk food TV ads?
Thank you so much, Senator Sanders. And I agree with you completely. I think there is so much that we agree on these issues. Just to be clear, the Surgeon General's office does not have the purview to ban this.
But you have a voice.
Absolutely, and that's a voice I would absolutely lend to talking about the dangers of ultra-processed foods and getting these advertisements off TV. Right. This has long been a part of my message. I talk about it in my book.
Senator Marshall mentioned earlier ago the crisis we have in obesity, childhood obesity. And you have these manufacturers selling sugar-laden products that cause obesity.
Yes.
So you will speak out. And do I understand your view is you would fight to ban TV ads of junk food?
I think you will be frustrated by how much I will be talking about ultra-processed foods.
Good. I won't be frustrated. I'd be delighted. All right, let me ask you another area that we may have some agreement. As you know, the United States and New Zealand are the only two countries in the world that allow the pharmaceutical industry to advertise on TV. I believe we should ban those ads. How do you feel?
I agree with you.
Okay.
I mean, just to elaborate, as you know, but for anyone who might be listening, about 65 to 70% of the calories that our children are eating are ultra-processed frankenfoods made in factories that are so disconnected from their origin, source, and nutritional value that, we're putting just nutritionally devoid food in our children. And then we wonder why we have an obesity crisis in children and why chronic diseases are rising as early as
No, you're right.
Toddler years. So
that's right.
My vision in this role is to get more whole, healthy foods on American plates.
And we spend a fortune.
Fortune.
We make people sick, and then we spend a fortune trying to keep them alive. All right. Those are important areas of agreement, and I appreciate that. But I want to pick up on an issue that the chairman raised, and it's a terribly important one, and that deals with vaccines. And I think the answers you gave us were a little bit political and not to the point. The American Medical Association, I don't know if you're a member of it or not, is the largest professional association of physicians representing over 270,000 doctors. And they wrote in November that, quote, an abundance of evidence from decades of scientific studies shows no link between vaccines and autism, end quote. In contrast, Secretary Kennedy has said, quote, I do believe that autism does come from vaccines, end of quote. Dr. Means, who is right? Is the AMA right? Is the scientific community right? Or is Secretary Kennedy right?
As I said to Senator Cassidy, we have a situation where autism is rising.
It is.
This is a huge problem.
It is, but we don't want conspiracy theories to
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. And also, as a biomedical researcher and physician, I am not going to sit here and say that we should not study something in the future. It's not a political answer.
We should study everything.
We should study the different factors that may be causing
I agree. But you have scientific evidence, the overwhelming body of scientific evidence says vaccines do not cause autism.
So just to be very clear, vaccine advocacy has never, or any anti-vaccine rhetoric has never been a part of my message. I don't mention the word vaccine in my book. This is not a part of my core message. I am not here to complicate the issue on vaccines. And also, I, as a physician, am very careful with my words, and I don't think it's responsible to say that we're not going to study when kids are getting many medications. I think it's important to just keep it on the table.
Last question. I'm sorry, running out of time. We are the only major country on earth that does not guarantee health care to all people as a human right. Dr. Means, is health care a human right? Should the United States join every other major country and say to everybody, whether you're young, old, rich, or poor, you are entitled to health care as a human right? Yes, no, maybe?
My focus is on ensuring that Americans have access to the best health care in the entire world, which, as you talked about, as I talked about, as everyone who's spoken has talked about, is pretty much the opposite of what we have right now. We spend 2x every other country in the world, and we have the worst health.
I agree, but is health care a human right? Will you join me in fighting for a national health care program?
I will be by your side trying to get Americans access to the best health care in the world.